Welcome, everyone, to Know Who I Know, presented by Elevate Relationships, the podcast that dives into the heart of community. Join us as we explore the powerful connections that shape our world, one guest at a time. In each episode, we'll uncover stories of how these incredible individuals made an impact and show you why knowing the right person really does matter. All right, let's get to the show. What's up, everyone? We're back for another episode of Know Who I Know. Now, check this out. I have a wonderful guest here today. I was trying to prepare in my mind how to introduce him, but he is so much. I couldn't come up with, I would have y'all here all day if I would just go down the line of things that he is. So I'm going to just describe him in this way. He is him. He is him. All right? He is him. But I'm going to put a twist on it. We're going to call him Himothy. All right? He is Himothy. When you look in the scripture, there's a man by the name of Timothy, and he is him. And this is who this man is. Every time he walks in the room, he commands the room when he walks in. Oh, he's looking at me. But I'm telling you, this man is amazing. So I want you guys to put your hands together as we introduce none other than Timothy Palmer. What's up, buddy?
You up? Yo, it's all cap. What's up, my guy?
Not much, man. How are you today, man?
I'm doing fantastic, even though it's raining.
Even though it is rainy today, but it's all good.
Man, I look like I was sweating with a jerry curl when I walked in here.
But you look fresh, though.
I'm fresh today.
You pulled it together.
Because you gave me a paper towel that looked like a church.
Well, I could have had my man looking crazy.
And that's why. That's how you hospitable, because you was him, too.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. I am not him. That's you, bro. One thing I enjoy about you, bro, you have so many different lanes that you walk in, and it comes naturally to you. And we're going to get into all that in a minute.
You said it's natural?
It's natural.
Man, I done had so many accidents.
But that comes with the territory. But it comes back. Hey, what did it say? When you had accidents, it looked beautiful when you did it, bro. It looked beautiful.
Yeah, man.
But I just want to start off with you. So before we get into anything else, the first question I want to ask you is, how did we meet?
So I'm not going to give you the church answer. I'm going to give you the...
Yeah, oh boy.
So
okay.
We met actually twice.
Okay.
The first time, you were dancing.
Oh,
and
man.
I went to a service.
Uh-huh.
And the person says, hey, that's the guy who dances too. Y'all look really familiar. So you was dancing, you did your thing. You had somebody else up there, I don't remember. But then I was like, I shook his hand and everything. He looked at me in my face. You looked at me in my face. I was like, thank you. And then just walked off.
I didn't. No, I didn't.
I later found out we cousins. So then I was really in my bag.
I didn't do that to you, did I?
And then when I saw you, then the next time I saw you for the second time would be at the what they call it, the barbecues, the church, the
yes, the family barbecue. Yeah.
It was in passing, and you know how we do. It's like 12 groups of us out there, and we intersect, and then we go back to our respective quarters.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what we did. I just got that jump, and then we was out there sweating, eating chicken and ribs together.
Yeah. I remember my earliest memory of you was where was it? I think it was it was a service, and they had you preach. And that was the first time I saw a man preach a whole message with his eyes closed. And I was like, that's my cousin.
Yeah.
That's
the weirdo.
No, I didn't call you a weirdo. No, I did not call you a weirdo. But it was an experience. And it was like, from that point is when I got, because your mom was the one who came to me. Yeah. She was like, you look just like my son, Jeremy.
Yes, indeed. Y'all could have been twins.
So it was like, that's when I found out, we were family, and we've been gelling ever since. So one thing I enjoy, though, is that there was a space of time when you went to a few different places. DC, Philly.
DC, Philly.
You were everywhere.
It felt like I was everywhere. It felt like
you were well versed in travel. Yeah. That's what we'll say. And we actually came back together. What was it, like around 2016? I think it was.
Yeah.
Somewhere around that time. And I remember like when we had our own ministry.
Yeah, man. And
you came in, and I love it because you came in. You're not deep. God knows you're not. When I say that, not like you don't look
deep and all those, churchy looks, stuff
yeah.
like that. But you came in, you just kind of sat, you looked, you assessed the whole thing, and then afterwards, you were like, hey, you got a minute to talk? And I was like, yeah, what's up? You were like, man, I really feel like if you do this, and this, like it would really help. And I was like, yo, I never had nobody say that to me before. I was like, yeah, but I took it. I took it and I did it. And when you came back, you were like,
I thought you was going to hit me with the, no, I'm good, man. No. Because, like, man, I think, and that service was really dope because I really didn't see a lot of people who really cared for their people. Like, it's really like, it was about them, but in that moment, I was like, yo, like, they actually care. And I said, I could see, like, this ain't been easy either. So I was like, yo, any way I can help.
Bro, and I appreciate you, bro. You really, you set us on a trajectory that was really, really excellent, but not knowing that 3 years later, or 2, something like that. No, it's 2018.
Yeah, 2018.
2 years later, we actually were going to become a part of the Well, which was amazing.
Yeah.
And honestly, bro, you were fantastic. But I'm going to get mushy if I keep going that way, so we're going
to keep.
All right. So one of the things that I love about you is that you are a man of many talents.
Yeah.
Man of many talents. So I want you to share with me real quick. Like, what are some things that you get into?
You said we couldn't go through all of them.
We're not going to go through all of them. We're going to go through a few.
Oh, okay.
So on the business side.
Business side.
Yes.
So consulting, web designer, still do fashion design, coaching, and then I do some training professional training with organizations, nonprofits, and leaders from time to time. So
when I first met you, I knew you as a web designer.
Yeah, man, that's my heart.
So, bro, like, you're good.
All right.
So let me ask you this. No, you are not. You're more than all right. A lot of the stuff you did for me was so fantastic. I had other people do stuff, I trashed it immediately.
Oh man,
because I was like, bro, this is dope. Just being not that let me say this. Not that everybody else wasn't good, but what he produced was just so fantastic. I couldn't ignore it.
Oh man,
and it really helped the image that we were trying to present, especially with Elevate Relationships. Like my wife is a founder of Elevate Relationships. She tagged me in I'm kind of like a charity case when she tagged me in. But no, I'm kidding, babe. I'm just messing. But you helped us really launch that. So I want to ask you this. So when did you first start? When did you decide to get into web design? Like when was that a passion for you?
Well, web design was a consequence of going to college. So I was doing fashion when I was in high school, and my grandma was losing her marbles because I kept taking all her good fabric, designing stuff. Like I just did not
want. You know how to cut?
Yes,
fabric?
my senior capstone was a fashion show, and I had to do all the stuff. And she ended up buying me a sewing machine because she was like, "Hey, you're not going to use mine, and now you got to go purchase your own yarn and your
Are you serious?
Yeah, all the material." And so that's how I ended up getting in fashion design school. Went to the Art Institute of Philadelphia, and when I was there, the Art Institute of Philadelphia had us do everything with fashion. So you couldn't just sew. They taught you how to market. They taught you how to draft and design. They taught you the back end, how to set up fashion. So they take you only to let you know, okay, now what you want to do? Like, what's the favorite part? But while I was doing the design parts on the computer, I was like, yo, I like this part. So can I do both, graphic and fashion? They're like, yeah, if you can handle it. So that I just dived 10 toes in. And for me, designing a web page or making a flyer felt like putting an outfit together in muslin.
Wow.
So that's kind of how I just bridged the two, and I just kept it. And then my one of my advisors says, hey, you're probably gonna need this more than that. So if you do, when you graduate, I want you to open your horizons. So like, don't get so focused on being a fashion designer because that's so niche oriented. This is probably gonna be your bread and butter. So that's when I leave that.
Man, that's dope. See, because your mom is a seamstress too, right?
Yes, indeed.
Isn't it weird? We both, because my mom's a seamstress too.
Man,
always been. And there are some things I don't know how to use fabric yet, which I probably
I'll teach
should.
you that. It's easy.
But if you give me a thread and needle, I could put a button on. I could hem some pants.
Let me see them fingers. Oh yeah, you just stabbed them fingers. You done stabbed them
Bro,
fingers.
look at the backside. This is even
Oh,
worse.
that-
But yeah, so I can, that's something that, my mom taught me.
Yeah.
So to hear that, your mom actually, even though it's something you took
Yeah.
up yourself, but that's something that was embedded in you.
Yeah, well, my grandfather would say, "Hey, you pay for what you don't know," and I feel like our family kind of embodied that, right? That whatever we would have to pay to do, they try to equip us to be able to do it, so we would be better stewards of our time, our talent, our resources. So I feel like they kind of were trying to set us up to be more self-sufficient.
Yes.
But that's the way they were raised. And now when I kind of look at how we're raising our kids and stewarding up, I think we are probably more self-sufficient. So when we have to pay somebody else to do something, we can pretty much grab a tool and do it ourselves, right? So I
Right.
do think the premise and the cultural nuance of that being embedded in us is just really important. And it's a value in our family. So, we kind of all look at them.
Yes,
Labor
bro.
work.
Yes,
like,
sir.
So we've been outside, out in the streets.
Outside all the time.
So now we kind of, get to be inside,
Yeah.
press the...
And it feels good, though.
Yes,
when
it
you
do,
get
don't it?
and your
What?
life changes.
My,
Oh, my
my
God.
joints be cracking and everything. That arthritis.
Bro, I guess it's so bad now. My knees, you hear that crunch in your knees every time you take a step. I'm like, Lord, what is wrong with me?
I thought I was going to be in the house and not move and have to reschedule because, when it be cold outside,
Your body takes. Oh my goodness! But okay, so I want to go a little further into your web design.
Yeah.
So what is your process? Because I know with you already have if a client were to come to you, you kind of have in mind what it is that they when they explain to you what it is they want, you kind of have in mind. So take me through that process of how you help a client come to their vision.
Man, I think when it comes to clients, I think it's context. I think most people are trying to sell their client something, but my thing is most people don't really know what the client wants. So I focus on context. So it's really diagnosis, their audience, their pain, their path, their culture. Like, where do they want to go? Like, starting with the end in mind helps so tremendously. And then sometimes I realize that the client doesn't know. Somebody just said they needed it, right? So then also making sure I'm not overcharging and I'm not giving them something they don't need or they can't grow into. So it's really a diagnostic approach, making sure it's not just an interview, but it's really building a relationship so I can discover who they are, not for them just to discover what I can do. So I think that's been my approach that has been successful. And then ultimately, my goal is to work myself out of a job. So I'm gonna do it one time. So I'll be like, hey, do you want to know how to do this? Because I'm gonna train the person while I can. So if they are a self-starter and they love being in it, in the mud, at least they know enough to keep it going so they don't have to continue to pay me the rate. So that's been always helpful.
That's actually good. You don't hear people say that much. Like, I want you to keep coming to me. You know what I mean? But to hear that, I like that. That's really good.
I mean, it's only so many apples you're gonna get from the same tree.
True.
So I do think sometimes at the expense of not being courageous enough to stretch and put yourself out there and be consistent. I think some people will grab onto the thing that is actually paying them. So that one stream until that stream runs dry and then they're thirsty and then they're running around like a desert. Like, okay, hey, I can do this. And now you're having to decrease your rate and do all these gimmicks just so you can say you have a client when if you were strategic and this is really something you were called to do, I feel like you would have been more intentional to cast a wider net based off of your compassion and ability.
So it sounds like, just from this, listening to you, it sounds like and we're going to get into some of the other areas that you're in, but it sounds like with every area that you operate in, you're always supplying people what they need to help them be sufficient. Like, where does that come from?
Man, I got clear, bro. I think when I was coming through the ranks, it was purpose. Find the thing you're called to do, and then you'll find a sense of fulfillment. But I think what ended up happening is we've been exposed to so much. I like doing a whole lot of stuff.
Right.
So it made me more crazy, made me more scatterbrained. And then I had to ask myself, like, hey, is this sustainable? Is it sustainable for me to spend 48 hours on web design, spend another 16 hours playing basketball because, you know, I like hooping. Then spent another 40 to 50 hours working. Like, where am I sleeping? Like, some of that stuff just wasn't sustainable. So I had to get really clear on what does purpose look like. And so I really started mining for, okay, why did God create me? Like, what are the common themes? And one of the themes were, hey, if I've always supplied people with resources, if I couldn't do it, I pointed them to the person. If I had the net worth or the relational equity, I made sure he said, can you do me a solid to help this person? Because I don't have the bandwidth and the margin. I'll pay on the back end. So I think being a purveyor is kind of what I would describe. Being a supplier of resources is kind of where I landed. And that gave me so much clarity because now I'm not limited to any market or any ecosystem. I am always going to be supplying people with resources. So in a conversation, I'm supplying people with resources. If I'm in a classroom or a coaching session, supplying people. If I'm consulting, I'm always supplying people with resources. So now I'm like, I'm always in purpose. So purpose is no longer static. A finish line for me to get to. Now it's like, it's a place of being now. So I'm like, that's just kind of been where I landed. But it was pretty much because I got clear. Because I realized there's not enough time in the day, and there's not enough of me to go around for me to do all the things I feel like I'm called to do.
Gotcha.
So yeah, man.
Why don't you dive a little deeper into that? So you said you got clear. What was that process like?
Root, man, it's kind of like this R4 framework I do with in coaching. Root, rise, revitalize, and release, right? I had to root myself. Like, I think sometimes
That's good.
I wasn't as rooted as I thought. I think sometimes we can think we're grounded and we're not grounded until things start shifting. And you're like, oh, wait a minute, I'm drifting. I just wasn't as grounded. So I thought I was grounded in my profession, right? So I thought going to school would make me feel better about myself. Like, oh man, get a degree. No, that didn't make me feel. I thought, you know, having certain relationships with. So I think the more I started getting rooted, you know, okay, what's the common denominator? Who am I at my core? I realized I didn't know myself as I thought. Like, the person that I thought I knew was a version that was so filled with trauma, discouragement, and the only thing that I could identify in me was my talents, my gifting. Because I linked that way because the rest of the stuff, I was just trying to survive and push past. But once I got in a place where I said, okay, everything's settled and I had to deal with the ugliness and the pain of it, then that's the part I was like, okay, so I can't get rid of this aspect. I can't get rid of this aspect. This happened to me, but it still doesn't negate that I'm not gifted. So let me deal with that tension. So living with all that at the same time, so I can always be humble. I can always bring my best self. So I'm a geek. I'm a nerd. I'm quirky. It seems like I'm out of pocket sometimes, but that's just me all the time. So again, I had to live with that so I don't get mad when I see faces. I had to live with that. So I'm like, well, I want to go, I want to shrink. No, like, so for me, I'm always going to bring this. So like, you be like, yo, why are you so happy at 4 a.m. in the morning?
Yeah,
I'm like, this joy that I have,
Right,
the Lord
right.
didn't give it, the Lord didn't take away.
Bro, I'm
So-
trying to get there. I'm trying to get there.
So yeah, man, I think I got rooted. And then once I got rooted, I was able to think of a plan to rise. Okay, how am I going to, so personal development, that's what got me. I was like, oh, I've been developing everything else except for me.
I love that.
So then from there, I was like, all right, now I can be revitalized because now I'm refreshed. I'm like, man, I was waiting for everybody else to pour. Not knowing that if I worked on me, I would have been pouring into myself, right? And then I was able to be released into whatever God wanted me to do, whether the marketplace, school system, sacred, private, nonprofit. So that's kind of been it's been working, man. So that's what happened. When
I
get
love that,
clear.
bro. And I think it's important. Like, a lot of times as Christians, we limit ourselves to one space.
Man.
And I think that hearing your story and hearing how, you know, your the way you did this is like, you have to be able to operate in all spaces. You know, and I think it's important because we want to be in the marketplace, but we go in the marketplace, but we still acting like we over here. You know what I mean? But not changing who you are, but being authentic to who you are and allowing that to be the thing that takes you from space to space. I believe that's what's really
that's so
going
good, man. And I think this, and well, this is what challenged me. One of my coaches says, you know, there was no separation with a believer in the marketplace or just in culture.
Mm-hmm.
They just were dumb.
Mm.
And I think sometimes what I'm seeing is sometimes people are holding on to, oh, this is the culture of the church. And this is what we normally see in the marketplace, when if you just be. Jesus wasn't necessarily a marketplace leader. He was Jesus.
Everywhere he went.
And because he was him all the time, people respected him in the marketplace. And they respected him wherever he went. And I think we got to be there. So we're just always us. And if we're always us, we're bringing our authentic self to the, I don't think we'll have that tension, because then but again, I really think, bro, the average person not clear. And I think at me, I got clear 7.5 years ago.
Wow.
Super clear. I had a roundabout like 10, but super clear about 7.5 years ago.
I'm doing the math. 2018, 2017.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? It was probably around the same time for me too.
I was running away from everything. And then once I got the epiphany, I was like, everybody need to be on this. Like, yo, you too gifted. Like you saw me, I was corralling everybody. I was like, yo, man, here.
Yeah.
Hey, come to this. Come to this. I was just like, yo, people need to get clear so you're not spinning your wheels, right? Because Scripture says, do business till he come. Take care of all the things that God has given you well until he come back. But then I tailor that with the 5 wise, 5 foolish, wasting oil. I'm like, yo, so many people right now wasting oil. Wasting what they have because they don't know how to use it or sustain it or live off of it properly until they get to the place that God wants them to be. And for me, I look at some seasons where God gave me more money than I needed that I wasted.
Facts.
There's some investments I could have. There's some investments I could have made, and I can't be mad at the devil. I can't be mad at somebody else for getting an opportunity. If I mismanaged and I wasn't clear when Scripture says, "And all that I get wisdom, understanding." Like I was like, yo, that's been there the whole time, Jesus.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, man. So yeah, that clarity, man, has just really been a game changer for me. It has been an anchor in every season, even now.
That's good. So with that. So now you're, even with your clients, let's deal with your coaching first.
Yeah.
So when it comes to your coaching, is that something that you're really like honing in on when you're dealing with them, making sure they're clear so that they will understand? I guess the first question I should ask is this, because everybody may not know this. What kind of coaching do you do? That's the first question.
Oh, man. So I am a transformational coach, have certifications in adaptability coaching, cognitive behavior therapy.
Okay. I told y'all he
life
does it
coaching.
all.
So I got all. So my thing is, I'm a student forever, but I got all of them because again, coaching is so ambiguous, right? So one coaching style may not fit for everyone, but God was sending me all types of people, right? Yeah. So I was like, you need transformation, you need flexibility, you need adaptability. So sometimes the one framework that I got through certification didn't work, right? So I was like, let me figure out another way to get them over the bridge, resource or Provera, right? So I think that's just kind of, yes, I got like 6 or 7, just different stuff.
Well, that's good though. You always keep yourself with a job, and I appreciate that. You really do. So when you going through these steps, like, is that one of the things that you really make sure people are clear on what it is?
Yes, man. I take them through the R4, man. Root, rise, replenish, release. So I take them through that at all times because I think it is hard to move some. Because what a coach is, I need to understand where you are to move you forward, right? A therapy looks at your past. Coach is looking at where you are, trying to get you to at least make steps in the right direction. I think it's hard for anyone to really gain steam or traction if they do not know what's going on right now. And some people have blind negligence when it comes to understanding their environment because they're just tired of dealing with it, or they're tired of being in a space where they feel like they're underutilized, overlooked, or their capacity is not being stretched, right? So I think sometimes people just overlook all the nuances of their now just so they can get there, which is really dangerous. Really
dangerous. And there's so many different pitfalls that people find themselves in because you're trying to cheat the process, is what I like to call it.
But hold on, wait a minute. You asked about me, but ain't you a coach too?
This ain't about me, man. But yes.
But in order to know who you know.
You're right. So yes, I am a relationship coach. and have been it's been at least 5 years now.
Come on, sir.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of different things I do. But
know.
I stay under the radar. You know what I mean? I do what I do. Like you say, I'm in the marketplace. I'm here and there. I do what I do.
So
and when it's needed.
when it's needed. So what are some frameworks that you kind of see?
Oh my goodness. Here we go now.
that like you feel extravagant. Because again, these are kind of talks we have
Yes,
anyway.
yes.
So we talking about this coaching to make an impact with people. So what are some things that you kind of see with people, because you're dealing with relationships were probably one of the messiest things. Just relationships with others, not just themselves. Kind of like what's some things with you, man?
One thing I always look at, like you said, sometimes I have a struggle with this because sometimes it's hard for me to understand. I want to understand how we got to where we are, because I want to help you get to that next place. So sometimes we peer into the past to see if there are any type of habits or any type of things that that become habitual, and we look at those things, and I think those are behaviors that should be corrected, so therefore it helps you move forward in the future. So like that's always my thing, and the reason why that is because I know with myself there were a lot of things like I just kept going around in circles with. It's because there were habits that were tied to me that I wouldn't acknowledge. I'm not going to say that I didn't see. I saw them. I saw them. You just don't want to acknowledge those things. So it's like seeing that within myself, now dealing with other people, that's always something that I look for. And that way it's easier for you to move forward. Because like you said, that was how I got clear.
Come on, sir.
Because I found myself in spaces where it was like I was always blaming this one or blaming that one. But the truth was, I was stuck in the mud.
You said you was on.
I was stuck in the mud. And when you're stuck in the mud, it's easy to point the finger. And thank God I had brothers like yourself. I had a few other, Pastor Brian Elsie was another one.
Mic drop.
There were people that really helped me see me.
Yeah.
And when I saw myself, my wife is a big one. I got to give her props. She's one of the ones that she can say stuff to me in a way that other people may say I might get offended, but she'll say it and it's like, you're right. Got bite your tongue a little bit. Yeah, you're absolutely right. But that's my process.
Yeah.
And how I know I went too far.
No.
I'm asking you questions. You ask me questions.
I told you, my brain is just how I am.
I was just messing. But no, that's good. That's good. So now I want to talk about. So I'm trying to draw a line here. So we have you are a web designer, fashion designer, and then different levels of being coaches. But there is something that a lot of people don't know about you.
What's that?
You're an author.
Are you snitching?
I am snitching this time. You are a whole author. You put a book out this past year. Please tell us about your book.
No. No, man. Well, I think what's just so I'm gonna be honest. People have been saying for years, because one, I guess, since I'm a learner, I just have various thoughts. My pastor said something to me years ago because I was trying to figure out how I could gain speed. He was like, "Y'all try to find another way outside of being disciplined." That's how long it took, and I was like, I realized I want discipline, right? So I became an author out of frustration.
Really?
Yes. I have brothers like y'all, and one of my brothers, and your friend, my wife. They were like, you need to do something with yourself. So you sitting on stuff, and I was like,
well, you tell me that all the time. I love this.
Oh, I get it back. So
I love
it. But they were like, yo, if you don't crank out this book, this course by this time next year, I'm a blackball you. We ain't gonna be friends. I was like, what? So when everything happened, God kind of created a scenario where I was so neck deep in everybody else's visions. Because I'm a pusher, I did not take time to steward anything. So once February 28th of this year, I went ahead and locked in, man, and pushed the book out in a month, which frustrated me because I was like, hey, I struggled with a book for 10 years because I never got really super focused. So yeah, that's how kind of growing me came along.
All right, I got the book. Hold on one second. Can I go grab it real quick? It's right over here. I'm gonna grab the book real quick. Hold on, people. I got the book.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna cut.
I gotta grab it. I want them to see it.
I mean, I saw it because I designed it. You're just gonna have me look at it.
This is it.
Yeah, that is it.
This is it.
That is it.
Brother.
It's dope.
Now tell me, now, reading through this,
Uh-huh.
your
So
process.
you read it.
Yeah. I'm not all the way through it, but I started. But your process is
Yeah.
amazing. So basically, just give us a premise of what this is really about.
I did not have anyone to help me, or I thought I didn't have anyone to help me. And what ended up happening is I threw a pity party. Like I said, did the blame game, and I wasted years and hours because I said I needed someone to help me. So what ended up happening, like I said, once I did the R4 framework, I rooted myself. I realized, hey, Tim, you're not even the person that would listen to a mentor or a coach yet.
Wow.
Like you can't accept feedback.
Wow. I
You
like that.
you wear your heart on the sleeve. You get an attitude. If somebody gave you a constructive critique, you're like, well, they don't know what they're talking about. You know, I just wasn't the person. And I was just like, oh, let me work on me. And I realized that my personal practices were so dysfunctional that even if God gave me help, anything that I implemented wouldn't have been sustainable.
And you couldn't store it.
So that's where I grow me. Like, hey,
good.
I have to grow me. And when I started growing me, I started blaming other people. And when I started blaming other people, I started realizing, hey, I didn't give God enough to work with.
Wow. That's good, bro.
I didn't give him enough to work with. So here I have these prayers and all this stuff. And I'm like, God, use it. He was like, that? I'm using that. The cockamamie, half-handed, using that. So when I started working on me, like the floodgates opened, God started opening up mentors in different rooms and stuff for me to kind of sit. And those rooms started to grow me. And I realized like, oh, you can only stay here if you're healthy.
Yeah.
You can only stay here if you have a mind to change and you're not wearing your heart on the sleeve. Like it's a privilege, not necessarily a right for someone to invest in you, right? Because people want a ROI, a return on their investment. If they're going to pour into you in that way, are you willing to be the return on investment through your practice and your transformation? So that's really how it was. So one, I deal with a lot of people who say they need a person and don't have access to a person, or they pick the wrong person because they looked at gifts, not that person's life or ability. And then what I also found out is that some people just were not the person that they needed to be in order for someone to actually help and support their vision and their ideas.
I love this, man, because throughout this whole interview so far, like I'm hearing a consistent theme. You had to look within.
Yeah, that's it, man.
You had to look within, and you had to really search your own heart.
Yeah.
And I love it because you can't blame anyone else for what you don't achieve. You have to look on the inside, and I love it, man, because you are a great example to so many different people. I gotta give you a flower.
I tried that.
I gotta give you a flower. I feel like if God were to allow it, He would allow you. Look, He would allow you to write in a part of the New Testament, just your own chapter, your own chapter, bro. I believe it.
I don't think I'm smart enough or wise enough yet. I don't think I'm smart enough or wise enough yet. Nah, I'm still.
You got so much wisdom, bro. And I believe He would. You know what I mean? If it were possible, but it's not possible. It's not possible. It's already written. But if it were possible, you know what I mean? But you just have so much, and I think that sometimes there are certain gifts that you can have in your midst that you just miss. You know what I mean?
Absolutely,
because,
man.
like you said, sometimes misuse.
Come on,
sometimes
sir.
not being able to recognize.
Come on, sir.
And when you're not clear, everything can be a distraction or a discouragement if you would allow it to.
Absolutely,
And
man.
yeah, that's good. So I want to backtrack a little bit.
Okay.
And there's another side of you that I think sometimes get overlooked because people see you as a pastor, they see you as a web designer. But you told me you are a fashion designer, and that is the side of you. People don't see it, but I watch how you dress sometimes. And there's certain things you put together, and I'm like, that brother think he's slick. I see what he doing. Talk about it, man. Like, where did that fire come from to be able to put your hand to fashion?
Again, pain, man. Pain.
Hold on, before you say, y'all look at the shoes. Look at them, bro. Okay,
No.
go. Go ahead, finish. I'm sorry.
Man, pain. Again, being a nerd, so I'm really cognitive that I was not socially awkward. I was just a nerd. The guy
What
who
is your definition of nerd? Because I feel like I'm a nerd too.
anime,
Okay.
breaking down computers, love how things work, glasses, like, you know,
Oh wow, nah, I ain't got the glasses.
fly. My dude's kept us fly.
Yeah.
But
Your
it was
glasses are always
just nerd. Super skinny popsicle, what they used to call me, E.T. phone home.
Okay, I'm gonna be,
you
be
know what?
honest
Oh,
with
you
you.
lucky I'm healed. You lucky I'm healed. You lucky you're my brother, because the way you laugh, y'all see this? The way he laughed.
No, the reason why I'm laughing is because I tell you this all the time.
Yeah.
I have a dislike for you because I want your skinny, but I can't get it.
Well, at least you want this type of skinny. You don't want that high school, elementary, middle school. They used to call me Steve Urkel.
Oh,
and all
Lord.
the, yeah.
Oh man, my bad. I'm
The only reason why I had
I'm
skinny
laughing at your
soul is,
face.
yeah, man,
I'm
crazy.
sorry.
See, I want the viewers to know. Well, you need to have friends
I'm a good friend. I
to
promise.
test how healed you are. When they laugh at your pain, you can keep a straight face and love them. But no, you can call me. And the only thing I would say is, well, at least Steve Urkel got the girl then. That's the only
He
thing I would
always
say.
did. Yes, he
That's the only
did.
thing I would say.
He
But
became
no,
Stefan.
come on,
Come on.
No, but after Stefan,
Oh yeah.
after he lost his persona,
Yes,
he
he
went
did.
back to regular old him, and then
did.
she came to her senses.
Ha. Go ahead, Asia. Go ahead.
But yeah, man, it was out of pain, man. So no one really saw me. I wasn't optically pleasing, right? I was the nerd. So for me, I was like, man, the only thing people respect is fashion. So people looked at people's shoes, they looked at people's gears. So the Dickies, oversized. I'm like, let me get into that and create something that makes them look. So that's kind of how I got into fashion.
Really? So what was the last? Do you remember the last thing you actually made from scratch?
So yes, I remember the last fashion show I did. I had 12 pieces at Temple University, in their cultural center, right off of Broad Street. Man, so that was jersey fabric and polyester wool, and then some synthetics that I got from Jamaica Avenue in New York.
Okay. Man, you that guy.
And then now I just, like I said, I used vinyl and DTF with the clothing brand Called, and then anytime people ask me for something, designing logos and stuff for their clothing brand.
So and that's the next thing I was gonna get into, because you actually have your own line, and it's called and Blessed.
Yep.
And bro, like some of the stuff that you wear, like I look at it, I'm like, dude, why don't I have this? Like we supposed to be friends.
Because I'm beta testing it.
But beta test me. I know I'm a little thicker than you, but come on, beta test me, bro. All right, we'll move on.
I feel like this was a personal shot. Like he wanted me to say that I don't give a merch on
I'm not
video.
Look, you do give me merch. But some of
But
the
it's all
stuff,
right.
some of the stuff you pull up.
But you gotta take a people like, hey, I want that. You
Yes,
just see it and be like, yo, man, that's dope.
Yeah. Well,
That's-
what
I
I'm
think
gonna
that's
do.
just
I'm gonna say I
props.
want that. You're right. So next time I'm just be like, I want that off your back right now. Take it off.
Yeah.
But that's good though. So how long have you been going now with Called and Blessed?
Man, that's been about 4 years.
4 years now.
Yeah. So I just kind of try some stuff, and then for me again, rooted. I was in the marketplace so much that I started to deflect about some of the things that God was calling me to create. So again, I think for me, I'm in this season now where outside of pushing out growing me, really making sure these wheelhouses that bring joy and fuel creativity and ingenuity and fill me up, just kind of sewing in those a little bit more so that I can be as fluid as possible and always full. Because this is a no regret year, man. So this is that's why I'm pushing out everybody, everybody. Anybody I see, if they got vision, don't come around me if you ain't trying to move.
Man, and I love that because I personally feel as though I'll say from my perspective this past year you really have a joy about you. Not that
yeah.
you didn't have joy before,
No, I
but
didn't
it's like
have
there's
as
a
much.
certain level of joy that I see in you because there are a lot of things now that are flowing from you.
Yeah.
And to see this thing in work, it's like, wow, this guy he's in a different space now.
Yeah.
That's why I always say it's like you're here. Mike's
don't do it.
here.
Don't do it.
I'm here.
Don't
and
do
it's
it.
like I'm
Don't do
trying
it.
my best.
Don't
I'm
do
trying
it.
to get to him first.
Don't do it.
But you are just
Don't.
in a whole.
Don't do it.
Okay.
Don't do it.
Can I fit?
No.
All right.
No. I would have stopped you in real life too. And Pastor Ebony and my wife would have just looked at us and be like,
You're right.
and
You're
be
right.
like,
You're right. Yeah,
y'all
yeah,
like
but
this?
you're just amazing, bro. And to see
I'm
what's
around
coming
amazing
from
people.
you, yeah, we all are amazing people. But to see what's coming from you is really motivating, and it's just great to see, bro. I just see a whole different side of you, man, and I'm enjoying every bit of it.
I'm enjoying it too, Doc.
Every bit of it.
And the other version of me, and I think what's interesting, hearing you say that is sobering.
Mm-hmm.
That the pivot I made is actually noticeable because sometimes you don't notice how much you are a shell of yourself until things start flowing, and sometimes you don't know how people have saw how you weren't flowing
Right,
prior to that moment,
Right.
right? So no, that's just really refreshing. But that's why you the guy.
man. No, you're the guy. I promise you. I want to be just like you. You know what I mean? And I just appreciate just everything, man. I really appreciate everything. All right. So now, there's a few questions I want to ask you. True or false? Is it okay?
Hey,
All right. So the first question is it true or false that at one point in your life you were a mimer / dancer?
yes, I did both. So
Explain.
dancer. I wasn't. This isn't church dancing. Break dancing.
That's what I'm talking about. Breakdancing.
Battle in Philadelphia. So we would travel around. Went to New York, Brooklyn. Did some stuff down there, man. Just kind of just free flowing. So that's how I learned some of the skill sets and disciplines outside of miming in the traditional setting. And then for church, was raised in church and did not want to do praise dancing. Because they say girls praise dance, men mime.
Right.
So I made it clear about miming. So paint my face, and then what I did was, again, didn't want to just do regular miming to just regular songs. So I started miming to preaching. So at that time it was me and K something mimes were the only ones miming to sermonettes.
That was different. I like that.
And so I did that for a grip and just traveled all up and down the East Coast and one place in the Midwest.
The one thing, because I've seen you do that before, but the one thing I'm still trying to wrap my mind around is you breakdancing. Could never picture that in my life.
That's all right. No, that's in my past.
Now
It's
you
in my past.
it was in your past, but there were glimpses of it because you're the only man I know that can do every single line dance there is known to man with his hands in his pocket. I've seen it, and you slide across the floor as if it's got like you have socks on. Like I'm like, who is this dude? I purposely went out on the dance floor to outdo you, and you outshine me within a matter of minutes.
I thought we
Didn't appreciate that.
Hold on. I thought you were coming to dance with me.
No. It was a competition. It was a competition. But you did amazing. That's all I'm going to say. You did amazing. You did okay. All right.
How many more questions I got?
You got two more. Two more questions.
All right.
All right. True or false?
Okay.
You were a big deal in AAU basketball.
False. I was a decent deal once I transitioned from high school. Playing at 10th and Lombard. Because again, I wasn't a starter, but I was, because I went to Sussex Tech, but I played on the second team, and it was my business to make sure I made the first team run. And that's what I did. But I loved and one so much. I would get in trouble for doing the stuff.
And one, that was an amazing time period.
I would get in trouble for doing the stuff. And I love dunking more than I love shooting. So, love defense. So that did take me decent, but no, I didn't do a whole lot with it outside of, and AAU cost too much money. Man, some money.
I know you were a big deal because your mom she used to tell us all the time you would travel.
Oh yeah,
and do all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'd be out there. I was one of the guys who I just love hooping. So if they said they were hooping in Philadelphia and they gave me the call at 7, I would have been up there by 12. And we would have been playing for the whole day, and then I would have drove home.
Wow. All right, last question.
Okay.
True or false? Every time we get together, you always turn it into a competition. True or false?
That's false. That's you.
Can you scratch that out?
I took it on a double date.
Go on.
Outside, I said, "Hey, man, we doing this for fun." He was like, "Yes, yeah, this is fun. I'm just so glad we kicking it." I'm like, "Yeah." My wife there, Asia there, Ebony there. We get in there. One swing in, I'm killing y'all. I'm like, what? Everybody else just trying to get the mechanics. He going for blood. You see the score? I'm like, wait a minute. I didn't even want to take him to ice cream. I didn't even want to go downstairs and eat ice cream. I wanted to kill the date after that.
I had them hot that day. Yo, that was so funny.
And now, guess what? Everybody else, I'd let them know. If Will says it's not a competition, it is. Don't let him lie to you. He won't say it in church, but when he's outside church, he can be like, hey, ain't no competition.
Hey, I'm like Michael Jordan. I took it personal. No matter what it is, I'll take it personal. Now it's a competition.
No, that's you. You is him. Hold on. He is him.
Oh, man. Bro,
Wilmothy.
Wilmothy.
Whatever it is. He is him.
Yo, oh my goodness. I done heard it all today, yo.
Oh,
man, bro. Every time I get with you, it's a good time, man.
I told you. You told me to be me, so I'm sorry.
Every time we get together.
I'm not sorry.
Man, I appreciate you for coming, man. You are my guy. I want you to do one thing, though, before you leave. I want you to look into the camera.
Which one?
And look into your camera.
Okay.
Straight ahead. I want you to look into your camera, and I just want you to give an encouraging word today to those that are trying to accomplish, but they can't get past themselves. I want you to speak to that for a second.
What I would say to you guys who are trying to emerge, ascend, grow, pick up momentum is figure out where you are. Be okay with that. And then use that ugliness as fuel to become something beautiful. I kept it short, sweet, because I don't want you to check.
No, you're good. That was excellent. My guy. Well, we thank you for having Timothy Palmer with us here today. Yeah. This is my guy. We do life together. This is an amazing dude. I promise you, he is a dope author. I wanted to get into his rapping ability, but we'll probably do another episode with that. But this man has... You retired? Okay, we're going to bring him back.
That's why we got Mike and Rich. And
Mike is that guy.
And we have other... Yeah.
Mike is emerging. He's that guy. He's been around for a long time. He's emerging.
Yeah, we got a few people, yeah.
Man, I'm going to have to bring my pen out. I never rapped before, but I want to try it.
Oh, we're going to have to get you on a cipher.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yo, you see how excited he just got?
Yeah, I can do it. Okay, before we get... I used to do ciphers back in the day. Back in the day when...
So you was them disrespectful battle rappers, weren't you?
Yes, that's where my competition comes from.
You talked about people's baby hair and everything, didn't you?
Everything. Nothing was off limits. Nothing. But I was terrible, but I did it. They would always invite me, and I had maybe like 1 or 2 good ciphers, and I was like, yo, I could be a rapper the rest of my life. Nah, I was trash. I tried to write. It was terrible. I couldn't even look at it myself. I just threw it out. So yeah, I'm trying to be better at that. But yeah, y'all learned that on another one. But we love you guys. We thank you guys for joining us today. And now you know who I know. We'll see you on the next episode. Peace.
Thanks for tuning into this episode of Know Who I Know. I hope you found inspiration and value in today's conversation. Don't forget to connect with us on social media, everything Elevate Relationships. Like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Elevate Relationships. Until next time, keep building those connections, and remember, community is everything. And now you know who I know.